ब्रूहि योगेश्वरे कृष्णे ब्रह्मण्ये धर्मवर्मणि स्वां कास्तमधुनोपेते धर्मकं शरणं गतः. Bruhi, please tell. Yogeshware, the Lord of all mystic powers. Krishna, Lord Krishna. Brahmanye, the absolute truth. Dharma, religion. Varmani, protector. Swam, own. Kastam, abode. Adhuna, nowadays. Upete, having gone away. Dharmaha, religion. Come, unto whom? Sharanam, shelter. Gataha, gone. Translation. Since Sri Krishna, the absolute truth, the master of all mystic powers, has departed for his own abode, please tell us to whom the religious principles have now gone for shelter. Bhaktivedanta purport. Essentially, religion is the prescribed course enunciated by the personality of Godhead himself. Dharmantu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. Whenever there is a gross misuse or neglect of the principles of religion, the Supreme Lord appears himself to restore religious principles. Yadha yada hi dharmasya glanir-bhavati bharata apyutthanam adharmasya tadatmanam sujamyaham. Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita, whenever and wherever there is a decline in the religious principles, I descend to correct the situation, to restore the religious principles, dharma. This is stated in Bhagavad Gita. Here, the sages of Naimiṣāraṇya are inquiring about these principles. The reply to this question is given later. The Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is the transcendental sound representation of the personality of Godhead, and thus it is the full representation of the transcendental knowledge and religious principles. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports of the first canto, first chapter of the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, entitled Questions by the Sages. In this verse, the sages of Naimiṣāraṇya are asking their last question. So far, they have asked 6 questions. First question is, you should explain what is the most beneficial for humanity. The second question is, tell us who have faith, the essence of all scriptures by which the intellect is pleased. Essence of all scriptures. Second question. Third question, you should tell us who desire to hear the purpose of Krishna's appearance from Devaki. Why did Lord Krishna appear in the womb of Devaki as a son of Vasudeva? Fourth, describe the pastimes of Krishna, who is avatari, who has all avatars in him. Fifth one, describe the stories of the various avatars of Lord Krishna. And now the sixth question is, tell us whom did Dharma took shelter now, because Krishna has departed. So these are the 6 questions the sages of Naimiṣāraṇya asked, and Sūta Gosvāmī is going to respond to these questions, and as a response he spoke the entire Bhagavatam. Now, in this verse, the 6th question is asked. The 6th question is, Bruhi Yogeshware Krishne Brahmanye Dharmavarmani Swam Kashtam Adhunopete Dharma Kam Sharanam Gataha. 4 adjectives for Krishna. One is Krishna, Yogeshwara, Brahmanya, Dharmavarmani. He left to his abode, Goloka Vrindavana, Upete, Swam Kashtam means his own abode, Goloka Vrindavana, Upete, he left. So, Adhuna, now, Dharma Kam Sharanam Gataha. Whom did Dharma took shelter now? Acharyas explain, Dharma Vartmani. Dharma Vartmani means the protector of the Dharma. Actually, in this verse it is given as Dharma Varmani, but many other places it's also there as Dharma Vartmani, the protector of the Dharma. Dharma Vartmani means is protector. How he is protecting Dharma? Vishnu Chakra Thakur explaining that like a shield, armor. That's why he is Dharma Vartmani. Why? The cause is also mentioned. Because he is Yogeshwara, means master of all yogis, indicates that he can do anything. He has unlimited powers. He is the master of yoga. With little yogic power, many people display so many powers. But Krishna is ultimate master of all of them. He is displaying the power. What is that power? He is shielding Dharma like a armor, like a kavacha. He is shielding. And why is so? Because he is Brahmanya. He is Brahmanya. Because he is devoted to righteous people. He is devoted to dharmic people. So he protects Dharma. Brahmanye, devoted to righteous. That indicates that Krishna is the merciful. That indicates his merciful nature. Krishna is so merciful to Dharma and the dharmic people. So he protects using his powers because he is Yogeshwara. And he shields Dharma like an armor. Swam Kashtam means his own sthiti or maryada, his own abode. He left. He appeared here for a particular purpose and now he went back home, back to Godhead. He went to his own place. It's not like we going back home, back to Godhead. Because we are struggling in this material world for a long time and after performing devotional service, we go back home, back to Godhead if we perfect our devotional service. Krishna's going back home, back to Godhead is not like that. That is his own place. Whenever he wants to come, he'll come. Whenever he wants to go, he'll go. That is his own maryada or his own sthiti. Kashta, according to Amara Kosha, means excellence, continuous condition or direction, and maryada means righteousness and continuous condition. So Krishna went back to his excellence. Krishna went back to his continuous condition. Krishna went back to his own direction. He went back to his maryada. He went back to the continuous condition. That abode became invisible to worldly people after 120 years after its appearance. So the whole spiritual world manifested along with Krishna departed. Yes, what we see now is also spiritual world, but it is same and it is different. In this Bhaumya Leela, what we see now, Vrindavana, it is same, at the same time it is different. In one sense, Vishnu Chakra Thakur is saying that the spiritual world also unmanifested. It became invisible to whom? Not for everybody. Only worldly people. Worldly people cannot see. If they go to Vrindavan, they will only see why it's so dirty, why so many pigs are, what is this, what is that. It is only visible to the devotees of the Lord. So, now in this verse, he is asking, Bruhi, please tell. Śaunaka is asking, Bruhi, tell. Krishne Yogeshware Brahmanye Dharma Varmani Swam Kashtam Upete. After the Yogeshwara Brahmanya Dharma Vartmani Krishna departed to his own abode Athuna. Now Dharma kam sharanam gataha. Whom did Dharma took shelter? The reply to this question is given later. Srila Prabhupada is saying in the purport. But Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is the transcendental sound representation of the personality of Godhead, and thus it is the full representation of the transcendental knowledge and religious principles. He also gives the answer. He says answer is discussed later, but he says that Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is not different from Krishna, is a sound vibration of Krishna, and the transcendental knowledge and religious principles took shelter of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Earlier, Dharma took shelter of Krishna. Now Dharma took shelter of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, and Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is not different from Krishna. We have this famous verses in the Padma Purana. Padau yadiyau padamadvitiyau tritiya turiyau katitau yaduru nabhistada panchama eva shastau bhujantaram dhor yugalam tadhanyo kantastu rajan navamo idiyo mukhara vindam dashamam prafullam ekadasho yasya lalata pattam siropi yadvadasa eva bhati tamadi devam karuna nidhanam tamala varnam suhitavataram apara samsara samudra setum bhajamahe bhagavata swarupam. This verse is glorifying Krishna as the Bhagavat Swarupam. Krishna and Bhagavatam are non-different. Padau yadiyo. The first two cantos, first canto and second canto, are the two lotus feet of Krishna. Padau yadiyo. Pratama dvitiyo. The first two cantos. Tritiya turiyau katitau yaduru. Third and fourth cantos are Krishna's thighs. Nabhistada panchama eva shastau. The fifth canto is his lotus navel, and sixth canto is his heart, because the holy name, glory of holy name, is discussed in the sixth canto. Bhujantaram dor yugalam tadhanyo. The seventh and eighth cantos have the two arms of Krishna, shoulders, seventh and eighth. Kantastu rajan navamo yadhiyo. Ninth canto is his throat. Kaharavindam dashamam prafullam. Krishna's beautiful lotus face is the 10th canto. Ekadasho yasya lalata pattam. The 11th canto is his forehead, and the 12th canto is Siropi Yat Vadasha Eva Bhati. The 12th canto shines forth as the Krishna's head. In this way, Krishna and Bhagavatam are non-different. Tam Adidevam, Tamadidevam, Karunanidhanam. Krishna is the Karunanidhanam, ocean of mercy. Tamala Varnam, he is having the blackish blue color, like the rain cloud. Suhita Avataram, he is the source of all the avatars, is avatari, and his avatars will cause ultimate good for everybody. Apara samsara samudra setum, he is the bridge to cross over the insurmountable ocean of nescience. Apara samsara samudra setum. Bhajamahe bhagavata swarupam. I take shelter of that Krishna, who is the bridge, who is the Bhagavat Swarupa. He is not different from Bhagavatam. So the question is, whom did Dharma took shelter of Krishna departed? The answer is, the Dharma took shelter of Bhagavatam. And Bhagavatam and Krishna are non-different. Bhagavatam is a sound representation, transcendental sound representation of personality of Godhead. And thus, it is a full representation of transcendental knowledge and religious principles. Hare Krishna.